Alright. All things independent comics, so for the great super comic book in the universe. Robert Kirkman's Invincible. I'm Mikey.
I'm Christian.
I'm Demoan.
I'm Matthew.
And today people are back at it again with episode 25 of Invincible. And we're doing another side thing where we're going to be talking about the miniseries that takes place right after the Death of Everyone event, which we just covered last episode, known as Invincible Universe, written by Phil Hester and drawn by the talented Todd Nauck, who I am a fan of. I love his work. Mm-hmm. And yeah, well, before we get started, since it is, we're kind of like 4 days late, but like happy Pride Month to not only our students with S.H.I.E.L.D. members, but the viewers that will either be watching our videos or have supported our videos for a while now, who are part of the LGBTQIA plus community. So happy Pride Month to all of you. Demoan, happy Pride Month, Demoan.
Thank you.
We love you and we're happy that you exist.
We are proud of you for this upcoming month. After that, you're on your own, pal. Sorry.
No, I get that. No, yeah, there's a time limit. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to get out the way. Anyone have any other Pride comments before we start?
Gay equals yay. Gay
yeah,
equals
you can see it from the name, Christian.
Yeah, just wanted to make sure that we all acknowledged it.
Okay.
I acknowledge it.
Thank you very much, Matt. You acknowledge that very much. Out of all my friends, you acknowledge that the most.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So which is 6 issues we're talking about today. So I guess we'll get started. So Demoan, you're doing Matt's doing number 1. Sorry.
I'm doing number 1.
Issue 2.
Yeah, you're doing issue 2. So Matt, start with Invincible Universe number 1.
Start off strong, Matt.
Go. Invincible Universe number 1. On the cover, there's a whole lot of characters. I'm gonna be honest. I think I can name 4, 5 of them.
And the thing is, it's not even the full cover. Like that's only half of it because on the thumbnail I got the full page. There's a lot more characters.
Okay.
On there, but I can only find this page. So
right, because other Invincibles also there.
Yeah, Invincible's on the other.
Invincible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But sorry. Go ahead.
Are you good? This issue opens up with a conversation between Mark and Cecil, one that we saw before, where Cecil's like, "Hey man, you want to come work for me again?" And Mark's like, "Are you sure you want me to work with you?" And Cecil's like, "I've worked with villains before." That whole line that we talked about last episode, go check that out where we talk about that. And then Mark flies away. And if you like Invincible, if you like to read Invincible for Invincible, if you like Mark, then you're in luck. He's not in the rest of this book.
No, he is for like a page.
Technically speaking, we do have an Invincible in this book. But
he also he also helps fight that dragon later on.
Yeah. There are 2 Invincibles in this book.
Yeah, if you like Invincible, you are going to enjoy 5 pages at most of these 6 issues.
No, because this issue, kind of the whole thing, but especially this issue, is really about Cecil.
Yeah.
See, after Mark flies off, Agent Marisol Velasquez shows up, and she's like, "Hey, I'm your new assistant." And he's like, "What happened to Edelman?" And she's like, "Well, Edelman lives on the coast, and so I don't know if he's supposed to be dead or is just otherwise occupied. Either way,
he's dead. They don't have a service planned yet," she says.
You're right. So he's dead. So this is his new assistant, who he is also going to just call Agent Edelman. And apparently the last Agent Edelman was not Agent Edelman either. He just calls all of the assistants that because he can't be bothered to learn their name.
There's a really important message with this book that I love that we'll talk about at the end.
So they're go ahead and walking through this facility they're at. Agent Edelman is like, "Hey, we got Wolfman and the what do you call the Wolfman crew?"
Sorry. The Hampton School of Gifted Werewolves.
Yes.
Yeah.
That never fails to make me laugh. And I didn't even read the comics with them. I read like 4 comics with the wolf people. But
I don't know why y'all like me saying that so much.
It's so funny.
It's very funny.
Good.
Yeah, the Astounding Wolfman and the Hampton School of Gifted Werewolves. Yeah.
Yes. So he has Edelman press red buttons so you can see them because he has eyes everywhere, and that also allows Todd Nauck to draw a bunch of cool holograms.
Todd Nauck's art is really good. I love Todd Nauck's art.
I like his art. He's not my favorite, but I like it a lot. But that also basically it allows him to draw some cool action scenes while actually nothing is happening in the book.
That's true. That's exactly what's happening.
Because on the next page, you're like, here are the Actioneers, and Todd Nauck draws the Actioneers. And then he says, here's Caped Incorporated, and Todd Nauck draws Caped Incorporated. And then he still says, where are the Viltrumites? And he goes, I don't know. And so Todd Nauck draws people computers. And then he's like, and here's Guardians of the Globe. And so Todd Nauck gets to draw the Guardians of the Globe. And that's kind of what the whole thing is here. We're just checking in on all these teams and seeing them dealing with the aftermath of the of everyone dying in the death of everyone. She's like, you know what Invincible's up to? You just talk to Invincible. She has this kind of funny line where she's like, in less important news, the general secretary of the UN is trying to get in contact with you. That's kind of funny. And she mentions Kid Thor is getting debriefed from having come back to life because Kid Thor recently came back to life.
He was killed by Set, right?
He was killed by Set, yeah.
Yes. And while he's saying this, he was like, whoa, what's this? And he finds a child's drawing. And she's like, oh, that's mine. He's like, no, listen, you can't have sentimental stuff on your desk. We don't do that here. Get rid of this. He gets real mad at her for having this drawing that I guess her kid drew.
Dude, love in my office?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here, baby. Get the fuck out of here right now. I don't want to see this shit at all. Get the fuck out of here.
She's really a single mom. She just wants to have a drawing from her kid.
It's kind of a lot. And then he's like, all right, trash that. So what's going on with Kid Thor? And then we check in with Kid Thor. And Kid Thor's like, yo, I feel great. And they're like, you were dead. And it's like, yeah, but listen, we've seen weirder stuff, right? Because they don't really know how he came back to life. And he's there with Robot and his girlfriend, who I'm sure has a name.
Knockout.
Yeah, I remember that name because it was kind of clever.
Yeah, she punches.
She punches.
But were that's the one whose breasts were fake?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Her manager has her wear fake boobs.
And Brit's here, and Invincible, and Black Lightning.
You say Black Lightning?
Yeah.
You racist piece of shit. Bolt.
Oh, Bolt. Okay.
Oh.
Straight up said, "What, Matt? Every black person with blue color scheme has to be either Black Lightning or Static."
Yeah.
You know what you're telling me?
No, Mikey, every black superhero has electricity. So
he has electricity powers.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't.
He doesn't?
He doesn't.
What are his powers then? He's a lightning bolt on his belt. What does he do?
About
He
how
just
all
has
black people have electricity powers.
Dude, Matt, it's 2 strikes, bro. 2 strikes.
What does he do then? Oh my god.
He has super strength.
You have fallen into every trap.
But it's funny because in Capes, he literally made that statement that like, yo, every person with electricity has to have freaking electricity powers and has to be black. Oh man, Matt. Listen, 2 strikes, bro. Third strike you out, bro. I'm sorry. I can't do it.
So, okay.
Let's have Matt say an accidental racial slur at the end of this podcast, guys.
So, Bolt is also here, and they're like, so we got to figure out what's going on with the hammer. He gives his hammer to Robot and then dies again, and Knockout freaks out. Understandably, because it's pretty gross. And the Robot puts the hammer back on him, and he comes back to life again. So the idea is that as long as he's touching this hammer, he's alive. And if he's not, he's dead.
I think it's kind of interesting because they just say like, because he has no heir to pass it on to, so like the hammer's not gonna let him die until he like at least has a kid. And
that's right. The hammer wants him to fuck.
Basically,
that's a pretty good summary of it.
I want to see like a one shot of just like Kid Thor just wanting to die like years from now. And he's just like, the hammer won't let me die. Someone help. Like,
Honestly, Mikey,
Someone
when you
please
started that
fuck me.
sentence, I thought you were going to say a one shot of Kid Thor giving the hammer what it wants.
no.
And I was about to say, I don't think you can put that out there. I think that's
Okay.
a good one.
Gotcha. All right.
So Cecil's like, all right, let's get to work. He says, Britt, assemble a team, and then Invincible goes, I think you got it mixed up with someone else. Ha, get it? It's an Avengers thing. Whatever. And they're like, yeah, Cecil, we've got lives. We can't just devote all our time to you and your nonsense. And Cecil starts screaming, and as he screams, his skin falls apart, and then his nose falls off onto. Is that Knockout? Or that's one else.
That's Outrun.
Female.
Outrun. Yeah.
Outrun. They look exactly the same.
That's what we said last time.
But his nose falls off onto Outrun's boobs. That's funny. And then he's like, oh no, I'm falling apart at the seams, gotta go. And so Agent Edelman's like, yo, Britt, what's going on? And Britt's like, it's fine. Cecil needs a special treatment every once in a while to maintain his artificial skin. So we're gonna go do that and make sure Cecil doesn't just literally fall apart. So then we check in with old man with a dragon inside him, Lou. I don't know his full name. He's Lou.
It's just Mr. Lou.
Mr. Lou?
Yeah.
Okay. And so Cecil's talking to Mr. Lou, and is this the one with his whole origin story? Yeah. So
Yeah.
we learned that Lou basically imprisoned this dragon, like bound this mythical dragon to his soul in order to keep him from destroying the world. Because if this dragon gets
Naruto.
free, he can swallow the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a Naruto.
Oh my god, he's a tailed beast.
He is.
Did you just realize?
Dude, that's hilarious, dude. Freaking
It's old man
is a
Naruto.
Naruto fan. That's hilarious.
This is
That's
bad
exactly
guy
what it
Naruto.
is. And they're like, okay, so but the problem is that Lou is dying. And so that dragon could escape, and if he does, it's gonna destroy the world. And so Robot and Cecil are like, all right, we're gonna make sure that dragon don't escape, make sure that dragon don't destroy the world, and then the issue ends with the dragon escaping to go destroy the world. And that's issue 1 of Invincible Universe. Woo! I think
Wow.
it's not very good.
I'm sorry, man.
It's
I
really
agree.
wordy. It
I'm
drags
trying-
a
I'm
lot.
trying to keep a straight face, but the fact that Matt straight up called Paul Black Lightning still gets me, bro.
He
I
has a
can't.
lightning bolt on his belt. I assumed he had
And he's
lightning
black?
powers. That was my
Black,
mistake.
right?
Oh, really?
Immediately assumed.
His name is Bolt. He has a lightning bolt on his belt.
Matt, just
strikes,
take this
bro.
L.
Yeah, that's
It'll only
embarrassing.
get worse.
It is
That's
embarrassing.
embarrassing.
I'm sorry. The students of S.H.I.E.L.D. don't condone racism, so
That is completely not true.
that is but my thoughts on this issue, it was okay. I mean,
You know what? Even though I hated it with a burning passion, there are some things that I really enjoyed. These were very small and very insignificant, though. One being that Immortal is the head of getting superheroes up to speed after they die. Because, he dies a lot
that's true.
and he comes back. I thought that was a really nice detail. Of
That
course
is
he's
cool.
qualified. Two, Cecil's whole skin condition. He has advanced eczema, which is nice.
Because that's my thing. Because I remember there was like a backup in one of the Invincible books about like the origin of Cecil, and I didn't read it, so like I might have to find it and go back because they probably will explain that.
Yeah, I might actually read that. I might be interested in that because that was pretty interesting.
Actually, just to stay on topic of that real quick, do you think that in the Invincible show they might carry that on? Or no?
I'm gonna say probably not.
Yeah. They're probably just gonna show like the goop bath that he takes because I personally enjoy the goop bath.
Because they showed
I don't know if you guys enjoy
the goop bath, right, in the comic like once. And we
yeah. The 1 hour goop bath, and I thought it was so funny. They had this little gag, like, do you ever sleep? And he's like, no, I just sit in goop for an hour. And then Invincible's like, you're weird. And then he actually does it. Funny shit, man. It's that good stuff.
Yeah.
Funny shit.
All right, sorry, Christian. You can continue. I don't know.
That was it.
Okay.
That's all the good things that I have about this comic.
Yeah, I mean, I just think the comic is I did like the fact that the Kid Thor stuff was touched on after Volume 2 of Guardians, because he should have died at the end of Guardians, like that was it. And I like how Japan Droid, I know Matt, even though Matt didn't really read it, but Japan Droid died in that as well. And you said you liked Japan Droid in the main story. Yeah, she doesn't come back.
Well, that sucks.
Even though it's funny, because even though the death of everyone, she shows up in that, and that was an actual editorial mistake that she showed up in that a panel when she should have stayed dead. So, yeah. So I mean, I just that was one thing I liked about it was the Kid Thor stuff was touched up, and that was it. And Cecil and
I like Kid Thor.
Yeah, I like Kid Thor too. But yeah, that's basically it. So,
I'm incredibly indifferent about Kid Thor.
Why?
Kid, he's Thor.
How do I answer that question?
He
Why?
uses backup Mjolnir.
Huh?
Because he uses backup Mjolnir because his Thor let his uncle who made it have it back after he got Mjolnir back.
Sure.
Wait, his Mjolnir is a backup Mjolnir?
Yeah.
It's not even the original?
No, it's the one. It's after Mjolnir was destroyed. Thor went to this human dude and said, "Make me a good hammer," and the guy made him a pretty good hammer. And Thor used the hammer, and then Thor eventually found Mjolnir again. And was like, "Hey, you can have this hammer back," and he took the hammer back.
But then Odin was just like, you know what? I'm gonna still make it a little special, so it still has powers and stuff. And that was Kid Thor's ancestor.
Yeah, and it's just passed down every generation.
I kind of don't care about Kid Thor.
All right, Matt.
I think that's understandable, though.
Yeah, fair. I mean, I get it. All right, issue 2.
Oh, okay. All right. I had to give a paragraph of why I didn't like Thor, but Matt cannot like Thor.
Yes.
So issue 2 starts off. I like this cover. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just kind of a big fan of the way the dragon's drawn. Period.
Word.
I like this dragon. Tech Jacket's there. Invincible.
Oh boy.
Robot, Yeti, Monster. It's a bunch of heroes, and they're fighting the dragon. It's fun.
Yeah. Christian, hold on, Christian. What was it like to fight a dragon, bro? I want to know your thoughts on fighting a dragon.
On a scale of 1 to 7?
Yeah.
6.
Oh,
Not
fuck.
bad.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So
I would do it again. Probably my most challenging feat ever. Also, major clout in Japan. I get free ramen every time I visit there now, so it's super great.
you get free ramen anywhere whenever you visit Japan.
That is correct. Yes.
Christian, isn't Mr. Liu Chinese?
Your point.
Okay.
I think he's trying to say that this would probably be a Chinese dragon.
I don't know, man. That's definitely a Japanese dragon right there.
All right.
I mean, look at it. Can't you obviously tell the difference?
I won't lie to you. I won't. But maybe
Absolute racist.
She will figure it out.
Can't even tell the difference between a Chinese and a Japanese dragon. You disgust me.
All right. What did
I turn the tables?
Yeah, it was good.
Thank you.
But anyway, we start this issue off. They're trying to shoot the dragon down, but guns are notoriously ineffective against dragons. They don't work against them. And then we see why this dragon's on a rampage, and it's because Robot has lost Mr. Liu. At the very least, he's unconscious. Because this man's brain is just mostly fake. Mr. Liu is maybe 2% human, it seems like. He's mostly artificial. And it seems like the more dead he becomes, the stronger this dragon gets. And he's just kind of kicking everyone's ass. And Robot's trying to tell Cecil that he needs to... Sorry. He's trying to tell Cecil that he's going as fast as he can, and he's trying to get the dragon back in Mr. Liu, but he doesn't know what level of awareness he needs, and Mr. Liu is mostly not there. He's mostly dead, in fact. And then we get to this point where Cecil actually saves Edelman because of the roof starts collapsing over them, and he pushes Edelman out of the way. I'm sorry. I started calling her Edelman because I forgot her real name.
It's fine. I think you're supposed to just call her Edelman.
Yeah. No, but she has a real name, and she told us. And
she also has a daughter, but no one really cares.
Yeah, and I feel like.
Issue.
But anyway, Edelman, who's not Edelman, well, almost dies. But then the ceiling it falls on Cecil instead, and Stedman tries to save Cecil. But we cut away, and we see that Kid Thor has some mean sideburns right now. And he's talking with this girl, Knockout, and they're going over, and Knockout's like, I don't want to lose you again. And then she starts to kneel on the ground like she's gonna propose. And then Miss Popper appears and breaks that up because Kid Thor, the call of battle is calling him, and he needs to go.
Kid Thor's an asshole.
Call of battle is calling me.
His girlfriend was literally being like, I don't want to lose you again. I love you. I want to be together for the rest of my life. And was about to, and was like, and being like, guys, we need you. Battle! Like it's just like, dude.
Yeah, and he says, you can answer it with me or stand aside.
Bruh.
He says, hop on or get off, bitch.
Some good old fashioned sexism.
The train's leaving the station.
Kid Thor, he's not a simp.
He's not
a simp. That.
Yeah.
He's not a simp.
Also, I'll say just real quick, Robot made these gloves for him so that he can keep he could connection with his hammer. Well,
he's never not touching the hammer.
Yeah,
as long as he has that.
Yeah. So he won't die every time he lets go.
Yeah.
So anyway, they pop away, and we go back to Robot. He's still working on the brain, and Big Man back here is protecting Robot from falling debris. And we see finally all the superheroes have come together.
This page is great.
And it's a real fun splash page because it's everyone.
Yeah.
It's pretty much everyone.
Granted, obviously the different, it's a slightly different style than Otley's, but Todd Nauck crushes this page. I love it.
No, this is a great page because there's Invincible, Tech Jacket, Immortal, Invincible, a bunch of Best Tiger. I think is my personal favorite on this page because Best Tiger is amazing.
Best Tiger is Best Tiger. So.
Best Tiger. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But anyway, they're basically all lining up to fight this dragon. It's not really working that great, to be honest. And then we see a Krakoom, and we see what it looks like Edelman is about to have something else fall on her, and hopefully someone saves her. But anyway, we see these villains are escaping, and then we see some minor heroes come and save the villains, like El Chupacabra, the drunk who got cast iron killed. And I think it's fun though that they're apprehending Kill Cannon, who only has one arm because he
doesn't have his cannon.
Mm-hmm.
He's so salty about Chupacabra killing cast iron.
I liked cast iron. I thought he was fun.
Okay, that's true.
Yes, and we find out he has a great family next issue.
Yeah. We'll get to that.
I know what you're talking about now.
We'll get to that.
But anyway, they take out these stupid minor villains, put him back in jail and everything, and then Wolfman comes over here and asks Robot what he needs to help. Robot tells him to rip open his head because he's going to use his brain as a substitute for Mr. Liu's brain. And apparently he has lifelike brains inside of each one of his robots, which feels really extra.
I mean, it kind of makes sense because the whole mental link thing he has with all of them, how he can control them.
Yeah, that's true. But it just feels like a lot.
Yeah.
But anyway, Invincible gets swallowed by this dragon. And he realizes it's a lot tougher than before because the dragon's stronger because Mr. Liu's almost dead. Now, this dragon's very mad, and he's going to try to destroy everything. But then all of a sudden, pop, out of existence. because Mr. Liu is back awake and the surgery is complete.
Woo!
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 And now comes the time where everyone confronts Cecil, that they risk their lives in order to save this criminal. And everyone's mad at him, and he just tells them, "Shut up! I did this to save the Earth. I've done it before, and I'll do it again." And then he escapes. The guy escapes. Mr. Liu escapes.
He literally just like, "Thanks for saving me. Bye," and just leaves.
Yeah, and it's not even a thank you. Doesn't even thank him. Saved his life. Doesn't even thank him for it. Ungrateful. But anyway, yeah. But we find out. Remember how I said it looked like something was going to fall on Edelman before? Something did fall on Edelman, and she didn't turn out so well.
She should have died, bro.
Yeah, she ain't looking so hot.
Yeah, she's a broken person. Her daughter is an orphan now. Well, presumably. I guess she might still have a dad, but he seems out of the picture.
But look at Christian, though. Christian is... At least Christian found her.
Yeah, found her.
So always there to help out a single mother in need.
In need, bro. She dead.
All in a day's work for Tech Check. I'm happy to help. Another life saved.
But anyway, Cecil realizes, hey, maybe I've been a dick all this time. And he realizes that he sees like the drawing all burnt up, and he hangs it somewhere. And his new agent comes in, his new I guess personal assistant. And this time the guy's like, yeah, just call me Edelman. I know it saves time. Like they briefed him and everything, but Cecil goes out of his way to learn this dude's name.
And what is it?
You see on the wall he has a bunch of mementos. So now we have Sir Ben Koslowski. Ben
I thought it was Kowalski.
Kowalski.
No,
that's how I read it. I thought this was a Penguins of Madagascar reference. But let's just keep going.
I want to address that.
What? You want to address that? Are we done? Is this the thoughts section of it?
Why would you choose specifically the Penguins of Madagascar? Why not choose Madagascar
Kowalski
in general?
Kowalski analysis. That's like the main thing in Penguins of Madagascar.
Okay, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, and they're agents like the Penguins.
No, never mind. It's not relevant to Invincible. I'm getting off topic. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We'll talk
anyway,
about this later after the podcast.
Yeah. The book ends with him learning this agent's name and him seeing a big ball of memorabilia from all of his past emotional entanglements. And by emotional entanglements, I do just mean missions, presumably past assistants.
Yeah, his mural to dead assistants.
Oh shit! I didn't even realize that.
So now he's gonna learn all of his assistants' names, which
I really just cool. Cecil's terrible. Oh my god.
What is it? The last issue, the girls said that he's been calling like the last 10 assistants Edelman just because he doesn't want to learn a new name.
Oh my god. Okay.
But
yeah, well,
that means he's
be like
50
photo. Nah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of photos.
I peep a science dog toy, so one of these vet assistants had good taste.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
But
no science dog.
Yeah, but yeah, thoughts on I'll say this just real quick. I can I'm sorry, I'm still on Christian shit being like Christian only had one job to save that lady fucking failed, bro.
All in a day's work. Happy to help.
But I kind of considered, like, in my mind, like, when reading the first two, I considered just, like, one book because it's all about Cecil and how this Cecil's an asshole. and his assholery gets people killed as much as Mark also makes mistakes and got like a ton of people killed. Just Cecil being a dick to his employees, to overworking Guardians of the Globe, and just his idea of just like, you know, I know
too.
Yeah, like I know what's best for everyone. Yeah, like the whole like thing was like, oh, I know what's best for the whole planet, so just leave me the fuck alone. Got his assistant killed. I guess his past 10 assistants killed. Right? So, like, yeah, it's just, I mean, granted, like these 2 books were still mad, but the whole idea of just like having like Cecil growing empathy for other people after like, you know, being a dick, I did like. But I considered these 2 issues like one thing, you know?
Yeah.
I can understand that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but
yeah, this whole book was kind of just isolated stories broken up.
That's literally what it is. It's not like Guardian the Globe where it's like one. It's only because Guardian the Globe is like a 6-issue thing, so it's like one big arc. These are just like separate stories with different characters.
I think the only common thread between all of them is Kid Thor.
Yeah, for some odd reason, but I mean, I like Kid Thor, so I'm not complaining.
I think the twist with Kid Thor is that the hammer is making him just regular Thor.
Yeah,
and that's why he's fucked up, and that's why he's all about the call to battle shit.
Yeah, and like, you know, is an asshole to his girlfriend who literally tried to propose to him, and he was like,
because he was nice before he died.
He was, yeah.
So I think he's just
no idea what we're talking about now.
Just... if you had read or watched our issue regarding
exactly.
I have no excuse not to watch. Same as you people at home. Check out whatever they did. And comment how much you loved it.
Yeah, but I mean, that's like my basic thought about it. It's just two of these first 2, which are just one thing, just with Cecil and the message they try to do. At the theme across, I think is good, but like just all the other stuff, I get like it's just meh. But yeah, that's just me. All right, so is that it? Anyone else want to say anything before we move on?
Kowalski analysis. All right, I'm cool. Let's keep going.
Matt, remember you only have one more strike, and then that's it.
Yeah, I'm watching my tongue.
That's why it's been quiet, Mikey.
Yeah.
But I gotta be careful.
All right, so we will be talking about issue 3, and I actually like issue 3 of Invincible Universe, and we see you know, this murderer. Okay, I didn't realize. I realized just now. He's literally standing over fucking cast irons. I thought it was just a random dude.
No, he's the cast iron killer, Mikey.
Yeah, the cast iron killer. But yeah, it's a cool cover. I like it. But yeah, this issue basically starts off with again cast iron getting killed. Yeah, so El Chupacabra is basically like he's narrating, he's like talking with, I believe it's his sponsor. Because you know he's an alcoholic, and he's just talking about how he keeps seeing cast iron die over and over and over again because again, he's a murderer. Yeah, he's
not a murderer, but he definitely got cast iron killed.
Yeah, he did get he is responsible for his death somewhat because you know he was drinking and wasn't thinking straight during the battle. So, but yeah, basically he's just talking about how he kind of just wants to, just to take responsibility for his actions, to like amend. He wants to go to, I believe, Serbia, where Cast Iron, and to visit Cast Iron's family, to eventually, like, you know, apologize and be like, hey, like, I apologize for your son's death. It was my fault, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, it basically cuts to him in Serbia. I don't know if I got confused. I didn't know if this lady was his sponsor or just this random woman that was just giving him a ride. But
just a random lady.
Yeah, but she basically just is saying that, like, you know, how like in this area I could not pronounce it, but we're gonna call it Russian. We're gonna call it Canada. We're gonna call it Canada for now. So
Russia's Canada.
Yeah, basically in the Serbian town of Canada, there is there is like a coal, like a steel mill, and like a reservoir, and the but yeah, the Stojakovic family lives right in between to make sure like those four sources of industry don't cross over with each other, and they live on a farm, and like like no one, like they don't really like they don't really go like out of the house that much, so it's just this, it's weird and it's whatever. But she leaves him, she lets him go and was like, bye, like don't die, and he's just like, okay, thanks. And she also mentioned that there are no cops in Serbia and Canada, so and we'll learn the reason why in a second. But so he gets up to this farm, and this farm is basically like has all these guards watching it, which he's puzzled by. So he eventually, with his skills, he sneaks into the farm, takes out all the guards and stuff, and heads inside the house. And where he is met with I don't really remember the guy's name, but I know he is Cast Iron's uncle. And he's just basically just like, oh, like he introduced himself, and I love how like he's just like, he's trying to speak Serbian, and then the guy's like, okay, stop trying to speak our language like Spaniard. He's like, I'm Mexican, actually. I don't care that you're Mexican. And he basically just like he tries to pour him a drink, and he's just like, yeah, I'm an alcoholic, so that's not a good idea, but I appreciate it. Listen, in Serbia country, we're either a drinker or you're weak. Which one are you? And I'm just like, well, shit. But he doesn't take a drink, and he talks about, hey, like he's into that. I was Milos's nephew, which is Cast Iron, and Milos was my nephew, and he was like, oh yeah, again, I'm sorry that was all me. I wasn't. He explains the whole situation, and he's just like, bro, I don't give a fuck. He was weak. The fuck, it was embarrassment, and you're just like, ooh shit. And then he's just like, but I don't understand. He's like, listen, we did not want Milos leaving the family business to be a super cop or whatever. So that's why he was an embarrassment. And then he also explains that, like, yeah, like they're basically a cartel. They're basically like the Russian mob. That's why the guards are there. That's why there are no cops there, because they pay off the police. And so basically he just like, yo, I don't accept your apology. And, that's where they get the guns out. But then El Chupacabra kicks the guns out the way and is like, so what's up? Like, let's go. And then, he's about to punch him in the face, and then his punch gets stopped to reveal that, oh yeah, they're Milos's family, so they obviously have Milos's powers. So they're all Russian versions, they're all Serbian versions of Colossus that live in Serbia and Canada. And so yeah, no, it's cool. And so then basically, because obviously El Chupacabra can only do the claw shits, so he's screwed because he's fighting like 5 Colossuses and that. So he basically like, you know what? I'm not gonna win this fight, so I gotta dip. He tries to alert. There's an alert out for the Guardians of the Globe, but he ignores it because he feels like, I got Cast Iron killed. I gotta get my way out of this. It's my responsibility. And so he tries to find a way out, and then he enters a room where a babushka is there.
A wild babushka.
A wild babushka is there, sitting on her rocking chair.
I mean
it is a Russian chair.
Yeah, on her Russian rocking chair, being Russian, and Serbian Canada. And he's just like, listen, I'm not gonna hurt you. Let's just take it easy. I'm just gonna go out your window. It's gonna be all fine. And he tries to like touch her to like, comfort her and make sure that he's not an enemy. But yet, oh wait, the babushka's also metal. So not only is they also got a metal babushka as well, and she literally knocks him through the window, and it's hilarious. And then
very good.
Yeah, it's very good. He knocks him through the window, and where he gets knocked out and thrown, where he's knocked out, and then his the other Colossuses catch up to him and throw him in the pig pen, where he is going to be eaten because they don't feed their pigs in Serbia and Canada, and they humans, I guess. I don't know. But while they're munching, they look inside to reveal that, oh wait, all the pigs are dead because El Chupacabra killed them all. And he's trying to like figure something out where they catch up to him, and he's cornered by the dam that is separating the coal mine, the steel mill, and the reservoir. And he's like, he makes a distinction. He's like a deduction. He's like, wait a minute. Here's the thing. Y'all in your steel form, right? And he's like, yeah, we are, because we're Serbian Canadians who can turn into steel. And so that means, wait a minute, y'all can't float that. So he conveniently gets, some C4 that was stashed in their farm, blows the dam up, and basically it floods it. And it's smart because they have to unsteelify themselves in order to come up for air. So yeah, good on El Chupacabra's part. So it transitions to the morning, the later on, they're all apprehended, they're all captured. And basically just like, hey guys, thanks for all the Guardians of the Globe come. We see Donald and Outrun. He's like, thanks for coming, and I appreciate it. And he looks like he's about to take a drink from the vodka that Milos' uncle gave him, and he's just like, oh no, I don't need it. And he just throws it at him, and he's like, oh yeah, then we may not be the police, but we're the Guardians of the Globe, so we're always going to be there to save the day.
Yup.
And that's basically it for
I like two things about this issue. One, I think that these guys have cool superpowers. They're just like Colossus. I like Colossus, so that's cool. Yeah. Two, I like Metal Babushka. I think Metal Babushka is very funny. Whatever.
I like that they're a Colossus. I like they're the Colossus crime family.
That's a cool idea.
It is a cool idea. Metal Babushka it's what sells the book. Honestly, I forgot that their entire family can do that. So I guess there'll be a Metal Babushka as well.
Metal Babushka is my favorite Invincible character.
More than Alan. Hold on.
Yeah, not actually.
Yeah.
She should join the Guardians of the Globe.
She should.
As replacement. But I mean, this issue was all right. I mean, I think it was a lot more fun than the last two. But it's just like, again, trying to hash out the fact that El Chupacabra is trying to make amends for what he did, because he did fuck up, obviously. So
that one. He's a drunk.
Yeah. And he's just moving out of his old habits and now committing to the Guardians from now on, and that's basically it. But I want to see more of the crime, the Colossus crime family, though, because that's a cool concept.
I think we will never see them again, Mikey.
Probably not. Well, maybe they show up, I guess. No, I don't even think they show up in the second half of the series, but I don't know. But yeah, any other thoughts on issue 3 before we move on to issue 4? All right. So issue 4 of Invincible Universe, in my opinion, is the best issue because it's all about Best fucking Tiger.
And we all know what Best fucking Tiger is.
Oh, I know. He's a ripoff of Kenshi.
No, he is not, because he's Best fucking Tiger, Christian. And you do not insult Best Tiger. Best Tiger insults you. Okay.
Okay. So what are the differences?
Don't worry about it, because he's Best Tiger.
Name one.
Because he's Best Tiger, Christian.
Name one difference.
Because he's Best Tiger.
That's what I thought.
All you have to know is that he's Best Tiger.
All right. Yeah. All right.
Stop bitching. Yeah. So basically, we see just this great cover of Best Tiger, and looks like he's surrounded by bodies of the Guardians of the Globe. So what is he up to? So basically, it transitions to Best Tiger in an alley in front of the corpse of Miss Popper, and the thing is, he's talking to a stranger. This is basically this entire narration of him talking to someone. And we don't know who they are. We won't find out till the end of the book. But he's basically talking about his plan on how he's going to kill every single member of the Guardians of the Globe. And this stranger is basically egging him on, making sure that the plan is, acted accordingly. And I tried my best not to take every image of this book, because every page is just great, because he's just killing the Guardians of the Globe. So basically, So first off, he kills Miss Popper with a gun he got off of I think a drug dealer, to make it look like it was a petty crime. So there's that. And then it transitions to he's on a mission with I think Kid Thor, Knockout, and Monster Girl. They're trying to evacuate these scientists from a active volcano. And you know what he does? He pushes Knockout into the volcano straight up. So then she dies, and then Kid Thor gets separated from his hammer and dies in midair and falls to lava. Monster Girl's like, "Hey, yo, what are you doing? You're supposed to. You're on our side. Why did you just kill our guys? Because you know why? Because he's best fucking tiger, and so we had a reason to do it. So then, he kills Monster Girl, and that's it. And that's the end of that. So it transitions to him going to Utah, the Guardians of the Globe headquarters, and this is the death I didn't like because I don't condone animal cruelty, and I did not like this. So he basically, the first person he tries to kill, he describes how easy these next three people he kills, but he basically, the first person he kills at the headquarters is LeBruiser, okay? And I hated this because I love LeBruiser, but he decides that, LeBruiser, because he's a good dog, he wants to go and play fetch. So he throws a grenade at LeBruiser. He catches it, he explodes and dies. And then Rex obviously comes into the play and is questioning, where's Amanda? Where is she? Why are they not here? Obviously, his emotion gets the best of him, and he just shoots him in the head, and he dies. So now it cuts to Outrun, Kaboomerang, and Yeti, seeing him witnessing killing two members of the Guardians of the Globe, and he again talks about how this is what makes it easier. Now that they saw me kill these two people, all their emotions are getting the best of them. So what happens is that Kaboomerang, being the headstrong Kaboomerang man that he is, goes in head first, throws a boomerang. And then Outrun tries to flank him from behind with the super speed. But what he doesn't know is that, hey, Kaboomerang, I anticipate, so I'm going to catch your boomerang mid-air and throw it Outrun so she dies. And then so now I just killed the girl you were fucking. Now you're going to be extra mad and extra confused and not thinking straight. So then you know what? So they're supposed to comfort Outrun's dead body while Yeti comes at Best Tiger. You know what Best Tiger does? He jumps into Yeti's mouth and decides to then, because he knows that he's kind of bulletproof. So the best thing is to go inside his mouth and cut his way out. Dude, it's just like
Best Tiger's so brutal. It doesn't make. Alexa, turn on the kitchen office light. Oh no, 1 second.
Is Yeti a child?
Yeti is a child. He's a kid.
Cool.
So yeah, he cuts his way out of Yeti, and Yeti dies. Yeah. So now
adult Yetis are the size of buildings, Chris.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the Yetis that are in Brit, those big ones, those are his people. So yeah, so he cuts his way out of Yeti, then he dies. And then Kaboomerang's like, just do it already. You just killed the love of my life. I'm done. So then he shoots him in the head. Then he dies. So then cuts back to Invincible showing up. Our boy Zendaya showing up. And, he's bulletproof. So that's going to be tough. But you know what's not bulletproof? Is his eyes.
So he's not bulletproof.
Well, I would expect your eyes not to be bulletproof. I don't think that's not how durability works. But
fair enough.
Yeah, but so you know what he does? He just shoots the guns behind him in the exact moment where Invincible is going to dodge to then have the other bullet hit him in the eye, and he lets the environment do the rest of the work for him. So he smashes into a sharp part of him ledge and it just decapitates it. Dude, it just, oh god. So
it's now just so brutal.
Dude, he literally. And here's the thing, right? This is why Best Tiger is great, because he's just a dude. He's just a guy.
He's like if Batman was fine killing people.
Yeah. And
that's what he feels like a lot of the times, especially with this, because this is also, I'll say this now, the Guardians of the Globe needs to get their act together. This is the second time they've all been wiped out.
Exactly. So,
and this time it was just by a guy. At least the last time it was by.
Okay, so
this time it's just a dude.
He's just a dude, and
it really puts it into perspective, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. that the Guardians were trash. So it transitions to Best Tiger in a jet. I think he's in DC because we see the Washington Monument, and he encounters both Black Samson and Pegasus. And you know what the thing he does? Because, fuck Black Samson, he decides to crash the jet into Black Samson, so he dies. And you think, oh wait, did freaking Best Tiger just kill himself? No, because he's Best Tiger. He ejected himself at the last second, and he's facing off against Pegasus in midair. You know what he does? Simply because, again, she just saw a teammate die. She's not thinking straight. She charges at him and just takes a knife, throws it, and clips her wing, and she just plummets to her death, and she dies. And so then he makes it all the way to the Pentagon and confronts Cecil and all of the Reanimen, but not just the normal ones, the invincible versions of the Reanimen. So how is Best Tiger going to get out of this? I don't know. We'll see. But then Cecil basically is just like, hey guys, hey Tiger, you son of a bitch, what are you doing? This is not what you're supposed to do. You're a guardian. Why are you betraying us? And then he doesn't even say a word because you know why? Because he's Best fucking Tiger. And he's just like, hey, bro, I got all my Reanimen. You just stop right here, bro. You can't do anything. So what's up? Just surrender now. You know what Best Tiger does? He decides to shoot his gun through the vent in the White Room, and the bullet ricochets through the vent, takes out the control panel, the CPU that's controlling all of the Reanimen system. Follow Cecil to have them, be basically go back to their simple zombie-like state, to then remember and basically have them attack Cecil and Donald, because the last thing to remember is the man who turned them on to Frankenstein's, which is Cecil. So they all attack, so that Cecil and Donald are dead, right? That's how good Best Tiger is. So now Best Tiger encounters the last two Guardians, Britt and Shapesmith. He knows that he can't kill Britt because Britt can't get hurt, and Shapesmith, he's a Martian. He can change his form or anything, blah, 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 so he's going to be tough to kill as well. And so he makes them think that he's going for a portal that goes to another dimension, and that's why Britt and Shapesmith blocked them off. But no, Best Tiger wanted them to be at this portal, because you know what he does? He activates the portal after, being told you don't know the code, but yet he knows the code. And the portal opens, and he throws Britt into the portal. Shapesmith, being a dumbass, goes after Britt, and then you know what he does? After his rescue, he just closed the portal, so they're not dead, but they're stuck in another dimension. And then lastly, it's El Chupacabra's drunk ass decides, hey, you know what? I'm going to try to stop you because I'm El Chupacabra. But no, I'm Best Tiger, so I'm going to just snap your fucking neck, and then you die. So then all the Guardians are now dead. So now here's the thing that was the wild part. We find out that Best Tiger is going to he leaves the Pentagon and is heading somewhere. And he's talking to this person. This narration's happening while it's going on. So then once he leaves the Pentagon, it's revealed that the person he's actually talking to was Insomniac. And we saw Insomniac in Guardians of the Globe as well as Invincible stuff. He is Insomniac Professor X. That's basically what he is. And so this entire thing was just a dream sequence in his mind that Insomniac was playing with him while Insomniac was in prison. And so while he's killing all the Guardians of the Globe, he was actually heading towards Insomniac the entire time. So he's just confused. And so Best Tiger's like, you know what? You tried your best, but you didn't succeed. So you know what? I'm just gonna I'm not gonna kill you, but I'm just gonna lobotomize you. And he's like, how are you gonna do that? He then ricochets all these bullets in the room, hits him at the exact point where his cerebral cortex is, so that he's basically a vegetable, and that's basically the end of that. So then it transitions back to the Guardians of the Globe headquarters, where they're talking about, hey, Best Tiger, man, you gotta stop doing all this shit, bro. Literally, you always go out on your own and do your own thing. You gotta pick up your own way, not knowing that he kind of saved everyone because Insomniac was gonna have him kill all the Guardians and shit, but because he's Best Tiger, he saved the day yet again. So that is issue 4. So what are your thoughts on issue 4, guys?
I enjoy Best Tiger stuff, so I can't say I hated this issue. But
yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. It's interesting, but it doesn't. Nothing actually happens in it.
yeah, like literally nothing happens.
That's true.
So, like, was he just in a dream this entire time?
Yeah,
Was he sleeping, sleepwalking?
No, basically, what I understand it to be is that Best Tiger played this out in his brain to distract Insomniac while he found him, so he could lobotomize him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it was all just in his head.
Yeah.
So like, whatever.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, Christian, you said that what's the difference between him and Kenshi? Kenshi's blind because Kenshi's blind. Best Tiger isn't blind. Best Tiger
he's
not
blind
like
by choice.
He chooses not to see you challenge himself. That's why he has the bandana.
All right.
That's why he said it was so special when he said El Chupacabra was the first man I watched die with my own eyes in years or something like that.
So like ever, because he chooses not to see. So yeah, I mean that's issue 4. I mean I think I'm with Demoan. I can't say I hated it because I love Best Tiger, but like again, nothing really happens in it to go along with what Matt said. So like, I mean,
I was super surprised on how overpowered he was.
Yeah,
did not expect him.
Yeah,
it's kind of wild. Like this, even though like this issue, you can take it what you will, your thoughts on it, but like it kind of showed that like he's kind of the most powerful member of the Guardians because he can literally just take them all out if he wanted to, but yet they say that he's not pulling his weight.
No, 100%. They survive off of his niceness.
Yeah,
they're at his mercy. It's like the rest of the Justice League with Batman, like I said before.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. And I feel like all of his side stuff protects them in the long run because he thinks like 10 steps ahead. So like, I feel like he's saved. Like him going off and doing his own thing is actually him. He's doing it in their interest. So
yeah, Best Tiger was Set's only challenge, but he was on vacation.
That's true. Best Tiger could have killed Set if he wanted to, but Best Tiger was on vacation. So. Yeah, so that's this issue. Best Tiger is Best Tiger, and I love Best Tiger. So, yeah.
Best Tiger's really good.
He is good. Any other thoughts on issue 4 before we move on? Nope. All right, so we will continue with issue 5 of Invincible Universe. So
that's me. Issue 5. All right. So you could probably tell by the cover itself. It starts off pretty weird. With a clan of gorillas robbing a bank, I guess, and carrying your boy Brit off to do whatever the fuck they're gonna do with poor little Brit. And at the same time, there's a protest happening about some UN bullshit. But we don't really care about that now. Let's focus on the gorillas. They're being mind controlled with their V for Vendetta masks. And Robot's like, all right, simple fix, just take off the masks. And they do that. And Robot's like, all right, let's use some. Can you get rid of the thing, please?
Okay.
In front of my face?
Okay, but like they're saying
Thank
take
you.
off the mask and these gorillas will be fine, but there's still just wild gorillas in the city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
It still doesn't really fix anything. They still got to take care of that. But Robot thinks to himself, you know what? There's probably someone controlling it nearby. That guy over there with the glasses works with monkeys. He's probably the guy who's doing it. There could have been 2 guys, but you know what? Robot's like, that one. Definitely that one. So Bulletproof takes him up by the jacket. The guy's like, ow, my jacket. What's up?
Blivincible.
Oh, yeah, Blivincible takes him up by the jacket. He's like, ow, my jacket. And Blivincible's like, fuck you and your jacket. And everyone's mad at Blivincible, calling him police brutality. And it sucks.
It's kind of fun. It's like, oh my god, like you're the problem. You're the reason why we're in the shit. Like, and then reference on like, that the mortgages or whatever, like like the banks took their homes because of the flood and the death of everyone. So like that's why everyone's protesting.
There you go.
Yeah.
Protesting Wall Street, it seems like.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. And with all this chaos happening, there's also a UN meeting happening at the same time. So Cecil sent all these Guardians of the Globe members nearby just in case something bad happens. Because things like this always attracts supervillains to do super bad stuff. And he's talking to this old lady, I don't know why, about this Supreme Leader Chow, who's basically Kim Jong-un with a better job. What's up?
She teleports. The old lady is Popper. She teleports.
Yeah,
or Miss Popper. Rather.
Yeah.
Cool.
And she offered to teleport him in there, but apparently they already set up anti-teleport countermeasure.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Oh, freaking pumped up tiger guy. Cool. All right.
No, that's what they sent in. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, they tried to teleport a small team to North Korea in order to check up on what Kim Jong-un's working on with the alien technology that they got. They're guessing super soldiers because you know what? It's always super soldiers. And we get into this prison, and we have your boy, the tiger, with electric probes attached to his nipples being interrogated. And, you know, we already figured out that he's absolutely badass, and he's able to apprehend one of the guards by biting his lip, gets electrocuted, electrocutes said guard, catches a gun with his toe, has the ability to shoot the gun with his toe. We'll move on from that. Decides to bank shot it off of one of the guards because you know what? He needs an extra challenge.
No, he didn't shoot the gun with the toe.
He didn't. He bank shots it off of a guard and catches it with his hand and then shoots both of them and then is able to escape with another bank shot with a bullet. Kind of badass.
The bullet bank shot is his signature move, Chris.
Yeah, bank shots are his signature
move. And think about this. He did this not blindfolded.
Okay.
He did this with sight.
Okay.
Remove the sight, he'll probably do way better shit than that.
What do you mean lose the sight and he'll do better shit?
He doesn't need sight.
That's right. His eyes are a hindrance, according to Mikey.
Yeah. You know what? I'll let that one slide. I feel like I could analyze that a little bit more because that didn't make sense. But here comes your boy Shapesmith to save the day. Thank God. And he brought a black man inside of him, apparently. So there's Shapesmith, a black guy, and Best Tiger, all ready to check out what the hell's happening in North Korea.
I believe.
And I would also like to add that they're in disguise. I don't think they're gonna work if there's a black guy and a white guy in North Korea.
Okay, that's what was bothering
me. A lot of them around.
That's what was bothering me
like, why did the black guy come out just to be disguised as still a black guy?
That didn't make any sense.
It still stands out so well.
Like
this guy's
nothing. Are not gonna notice a black guy in their apparel just walking around. Like it's just, and I think this guy's a new character. I think his name is Hunter. And I think his name is just Hunter, and that's it.
All right, yeah, Hunter. So Hunter goes off and says, "Hey man, it's risky you trying to get captured just for us to do this mission." And then Tiger's like, "Risky? I don't even know the word. They can't kill me if they even tried." After that, backstory stuff about these side characters, the boomerang guy and the fast female.
Yeah,
they're on horseback.
Okay. You guys don't know about this, but the female, her body was taken over by some spirit person, and the spirit person turned her into a slut.
Yeah, she was sleeping with everybody.
And this guy thought they had something.
Yeah, she was sleeping with everyone, and we said this in the podcast, like it was extremely out of nowhere, and we thought it was just bad writing, but it turns out it was intentional because she was possessed, and it was like, But
this guy thought they had something, and she thought that was touching, that he still thought they had something, even though she was in no means whatsoever control when they had their thing. And so they're giving it a try, but they're going slow.
Yeah, even though she just does.
So she's not possessed anymore.
She's not possessed anymore. They actually saw the possessing thing leave the body.
Okay. Yeah, and she died. That woman that's possessed, that spirit lady, died in the last one. So
it's true. In Guarding the Globes too.
Yeah,
okay. She was killed by Brother Set.
Yeah.
Okay. So they ride horses and then they kiss, and then it's implied that they're gonna fuck. Back to the story, I guess.
Yeah.
Hunter is able to capture some guard and is getting intel on where the hell these super soldiers might be. Shapesmith and Best Tiger are sneaking up to the camp to where the super soldiers are going to be. Shapesmith knocks these guys out in a super cool snake arm like manner. I really like that, so I had to mention it. They enter, no super soldiers. What the freak? I know, right? And then freaking Kim Jong-un in the United Nation meeting stands up and looks at this guy talking, and then boom, throat slit. What? Turns out it was Kim Jong-un. He's the super soldier. What? Who would have thought it? Literally everyone. Cecil thought it, and he was like, "Nah, it's too obvious." And then he hit himself in the head. I'll be like, honestly, "Damn, how could I not see that coming?"
Honestly, just knowing Kim Jong-un, I don't know how you could ever think he'd let a super soldier exist under him.
Exactly.
You have to be the super soldier.
That's why I was saying it's so obvious, because if you give Kim Jong-un alien technology, he's gonna experiment on himself. He's not gonna let anyone else have power. It's Kim Jong-un.
What if they become better than him? That can happen.
This might be a rumor, so correct me if I'm wrong. But like real life, Kim Jong-un makes up all these lies about himself for his people to make him think like he's a god. One of them is that he doesn't poop.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that
you're referencing the interview, aren't you?
Oh shit. I know. I'm pretty. It might be. It might be.
That was
it might be
literally
when they're referencing that, or it might have been just from the interview.
I mean, it also could be true, but I don't know how accurate the interview is.
Now that the interview says it, the credibility just went way down for me, and I don't trust whatever source I got that from. At this point, just ignore me.
But the whole God complex thing, though, that's actually true. Kim Jong-il also did it. Kim Il-sung also did it. So, like, yeah.
Yeah. So it ends issue 5. Thoughts?
comic that shockingly has very little Invincible in it. To be completely honest. Yeah. So.
Wait, Invincible? Wait, well, there is Invincible.
No. Oh, there's Blavincible, and he's.
We're talking about Invincible, Mikey. Yeah, with a capital W. W is for white.
And it's silent.
I feel like I had to explain it.
This book in general, Invincible Universe, kind of feels like if you picked up a book called Spider-Man World, and then it was about the Fantastic Four.
I thought you were actually being serious with that. It was an actual book.
No. But if there was a book called Spider-Man World and it was about the Fantastic Four, that's what it would be like this.
Yeah, I feel that. This is also like this is Sonic the Hedgehog used to do this thing called Sonic Universe.
Yeah, I remember that.
And every 4 issues they'd focus on a different like part of the Sonic universe. Like one volume was set on the birds from Sonic Riders, Jet, Wave, and Storm the Albatross.
I mean, of course you know their names. You know what? You know what's terrible? I don't like Sonic. I have been on the record saying I don't like Sonic. I feel like I'd rather read that book than this one.
Hold on. Rewind the tape. Hold on. I know this is an Invincible podcast, but you don't like Sonic?
Not really.
No, he's been on the record about it.
All right.
But he has noticed that Little Brothers likes Tails.
Out of shame.
No, I'm not tolerating this, Matt. That's your third strike. It's your third strike, Matt.
You kicked Matt
I'm just kidding.
over Sonic? So now we're here.
This book was, I mean, the last 2 issues are not like, they're okay. They're not even like, they're.
The only 2 issues I liked were the One Best Tiger issue and the One Best Tiger issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is
the
where
One Best Tiger issue was nothing.
This is where I stopped reading because you guys started making fun of me, say I was masturbating. So I wasn't supposed to do issue 6.
We'll just move on to issue 6.
This will be the perfect transition for Demoan now.
Wait a minute, real quick. I just thought of something.
Chris, I'm sorry, what?
What do you mean, what?
You think I'm doing issue 6?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you're doing issue
5 and 6.
You agreed to do 6.
Chris, I said you could have 5. I never said I would do 6.
Why would I want 5 if I'm complaining about doing 6? Why didn't you give me more work?
Oh my god, this is great.
Are you serious? Have you read 6, Demoan? Have you read 6? Has anyone read issue 6? I know Mikey had, but he doesn't want to read it. All right, fuck it. I'll do issue 6.
Wait. Real quick, real fast. One more thing about number 5, because I just thought of this.
What's up?
What did apes have to do with anything?
I don't know.
What was that issue?
Nothing.
Oh my god. Moving on.
They were just a throwaway villain.
Okay, I'm only doing pictures and context clues. Kim Jong-un committed murder. Cecil's big upset. What? Yeah, all right. Next page. He should have known what the fuck was going to happen because it was kind of obvious. And Guardians of the Globe come on the scene to fight this guy. Monster Girl takes a big whap. Apparently, he's overpowered. Black Samson's like, Monster Girl, ? And then he gets his ass cheeks clapped.
You know what? All Monster Girl in this whole series so far is get her ass like beat.
That's true. No, she died first.
Kicked the entire time.
Well, she died first, then got her ass kicked.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Turns out they're in for a lot more than they expected. Apparently, this Kim Jong-un guy is pretty tough. And then near Guardians of the Globe field headquarters in Utah, we have our favorite couple, the fast female and the other guy, trying to get rid of a cow from a pile of mud.
Yep. And for some reason, it's in this book, and for some reason, we're reading it. Next.
Yes. This is happening, and they succeed. Then he's taking off his shirt, so I'm going to assume that they're going to have sex very soon. Am I missing anything important, Mikey?
No.
Cool. They start schmeckling, and then your boy Donald, best boy, comes in and is like, stop your schmeckling. We got to go and kill Kim Jong-un. And they're like, all right, that's fine, I guess. So they go through the teleporter. Washington headquarters, D.C., we have Robot looking at something, a hologram kind of thing. I guess he's trying to analyze Kim Jong-un's movements to find a weakness. It says right here, it looks a lot like what you do when you teleport, Mrs. Popper. Oh, so I'm assuming that his superpowers are similar to Mrs. Popper's.
But it's basically that, but like he's just instead of like kind of like teleporting, but like he's like blinking into like different he's blinking really fast. Yeah, he's blinking really fast to the point like it looks like it's one move basically.
Okay, there we go.
So like when he hit Monster Girl, he would actually like punch her like 100 times, but like one punch.
One punch.
Yeah, so I guess his powers, he goes super fast, and then Rex says, faster than anyone this side of a Viltrumite, and basically without moving. That's a sentence that he said.
Okay.
Moving on. Back to UN headquarters. They're still getting their asses clapped, and then, oh, thank God, everyone's favorite immortal, who he's kind of weak shit. Let's be honest.
No, I kind of laughed at this because I remember ever since Astounding Wolfman when Invincible clapped him so bad. So like the fact that they made him like look like he was this powerful, I'm like, bro, Invincible can still wreck your ass.
Like, really can, honestly. But will we see Invincible? We'll find out, because I don't actually know, because I didn't read this. Oh fuck. Yeah, so he gets one good hit in, and then Kim Jong-un kind of shoves Immortal to a mountain, and he's like, all right, this is the best the West has to offer, and then runs away. Perhaps I shouldn't have bothered to conquer it after all, but he's still gonna conquer it because it's Kim Jong-un. So, back to North Korea, our dynamic trio is analyzing the graves that they found while they're over there. Yeah. Then they got caught. And then Godzilla appeared. Why did Godzilla appear? Why did God? Okay, it was
Shapesmith.
Shapesmith scared them away with his Godzilla attack.
Wouldn't it be funny if he just Godzilla just showed up, like just showed up for no reason? Like
I would be so confused, man. I'd be so freaking confused. I'm confused now, but that would just put me over the top. So now that the guards are away, they enter this building and they see a bunch of stuff, and the black guy says, "But so much for the silver bullet." I don't really know what that means. And then this other old guy shows up, and he says, "But I can," and I don't understand what's happening here. I really do not have any idea. Oh, okay, so I guess they're refugees, and they're here to help put this machine together. I'm assuming this machine will do a thing that will save the day. Probably the MacGuffin of the story. Back at UN headquarters, Brit is getting punched in the face, but it's Brit, so it doesn't do a lot. And he's just having kind of not a fun time with it. Kim Jong-un's puzzled that he isn't kicking this guy's ass, and he's still standing. And Brit's like, yeah, I'm Brit, so whatever. And Cecil comes out, and he's like, hey, we surrender. That's surprising. And then Kim Jong-un's like, what? And then, who are you? And then Cecil kneels down. He's like, I'm Cecil Stedman, Director of the Global Defense Agency. On behalf of the world and the United States government, I offer surrender unconditionally. Wow. He surrendered. Oh, I feel like there's a lot of plot happening that I'm missing. He brings Kim Jong-un to this very nice mansion place. Supreme Leader Chow meets this butler guy. And then a bunch of prostitutes.
Christian is the Speaker of the House.
The Speaker of the House.
Oh my god.
I don't know what that means, Mikey. I don't know what any of this means.
And you're a U.S. citizen. That is hilarious.
What house? Mikey, they're prostitutes in a mansion.
No, I'm talking about you don't know what a Speaker of the House is. And you're
I get the Speaker of the House of the government. I didn't think it was actually that. I thought it was some comic book shit.
No,
it's a comic book.
They talked about the president and vice president.
I didn't read the comic. I don't know what's happening. So I guess the Speaker of the House invited Kim Jong-un to a brothel. Okay. Oh, is this in the White House?
No.
I don't know.
He literally, they take him to the real headquarters of the president, because why the fuck would we put him in that ugly old White House? We don't use that. That's just for show.
All right, cool. All right, so brothel begins. Kim Jong-un says he's starting to feel slow, and he's like, "What the hell's happening?" Turns out it's a trap. Cecil says, "End the program. We got this, boy." And then they got him being crushed by this machine that they found in North Korea. And he's in the White Room right now, and they're squishing him to death till he's splattered on the ground.
I mean, it was kind of an accident. It was an accident. It was supposed to just like keep him like the gravity is supposed to be like like more intense so that I could just contain him. But like it worked a little too well and he dies.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I was just reading this next page. Cecil is in space. Talking.
Yeah, he's at the space base. I don't know which one. But.
Okay, he's saying that what happened down there was unacceptable, real humiliation on our part. We failed terribly, and our superiors are insufficient. Sometimes Guardian of the Globe simply isn't enough.
I think the gist here is that he wants to start minority reporting people.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. So Cecil begins minority reporting people.
Yeah, he wants to take out the crime before it happens.
Okay, cool.
Which isn't good.
All right. So ends issue 6. Thoughts?
I don't like it.
No. I hate it. This book sucks.
I don't know if I liked it or not because all I did was look at the pictures.
I like the best Tiger issue maybe ish.
Yeah, I mean this issue I don't really it exists. That's it. I don't. Kim Jong-un was there. I think Christian. I think you just think the Speaker of the House just in general is just the president's butler.
Come on, guys. Come on. Give me a break.
No, that makes sense. That's why he's speaking for the House, Chris. You figured it out.
He's figured it out.
Stop bullying me.
All right. Demoan, you saved him.
Know what you were talking about. I thought you were talking about the Speaker of the House for the House of the Brothel.
No, I
thought they said it in the comics that this pimp of these hookers was specifically named Speaker of the House, like it was a pun.
I did find it funny though that like he takes him to the room, like look at this, look this is America, bro. Look at the Speaker of the House. Here's the papers you have to sign for a surrender. Here's all our women. Come on now, America. It was so weird.
Women.
But like it's this issue is just I guess
bad. It's bad.
It's
not good. And
I will say this. I do think that the team they've chosen for these next few issues apparently does seem interesting. Just because I like Wolfman and Best Tiger, and that's it. Invincible's fine, but that's it.
I mean, I love Invincible, but like I don't like Invincible in these books. I like him in the main story.
But redhead in the back.
The redhead?
Yeah, who is she? I like her.
Let me see. I think that's the chick from Capes. The
slutty one?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
She just because you remember that art in that book was very different.
Do all of the books have to have a promiscuous woman? Because Outrun was still pretty horny in this one. I won't lie to you.
Yeah. I don't know, but this new team I guess will be a thing. I mean, I like Miss Popper. To me, Miss Popper has an actual functional use.
Miss Popper is fun too. I don't know who this praying mantis fuck is though.
I thought he was a villain. Yeah.
Yeah, so did I. I don't know why he's there. I thought we saw him kill someone earlier.
We did. We saw he was literally a villain. Like he was on the Order. I guess he's on the team now. I guess again because Cecil works with villains, so it makes sense. But yeah, Miss Popper is actually great because she is the reason why U.S. tax money is not used every time I teleport because she just teleports everybody. So that's basically she has natural function.
That's nice.
Yeah, but Cecil still does waste people's money though. That's still a thing. But
just cause.
But yeah, I mean, this issue's all right. But like final thoughts, I guess, just to start off. For me, I mean, I wanted to read this just because I never read it because I've always saw ads in it on like Invincible comics. So like I was just curious. But I feel like it's kind of a mess because like I don't know what Phil Hester's trying to do. He's trying to do like if each issue was just a separate contained story, just having backstory for each character, that would be better than this. But like it's just he's mixing that and like trying to do like these mini arcs at the same time, and it's kind of jumbled, and I don't like that.
Yeah, you see, this is a thing that I struggle with a lot for just kind of side stories that are part of a universe that's not written by the main author. It's kind of a gray area exactly how much character development you can give a character.
Yeah.
Like that's what I was expecting when we were gonna read. I thought this was gonna be like, okay, it's Invincible Universe. Each issue is a separate contained story, just giving more backstory on like a member of the Guardians, and there's plenty to choose from. So that's why there's 12 issues of this. We're probably doing like 12 individual Guardians, but no, this is like a mix of that and like these mini plots and stuff that like he tries to throw in, which is just messy. And yeah, but if I were to change that, that would be my formula for these books.
I think this book would be fun as an office comedy like Capes was.
Yeah, Capes was great. I thought Capes was because Capes is literally The Office with superheroes. So
yeah, I think the cast of characters is interesting. I just don't care about them right now.
Yeah, but I mean. But the thing is, like, next issue is with Le Bruiser, and me and Demoan have expressed how much we love Le Bruiser, who's a dog, who is
he's a very
strong. Yeah,
he's quite possibly the best one in all of Invincible.
Yeah.
Well,
he's
Science Dog exists, so
he's a good boy who's strong and is French. So yeah, but I mean that because the side things they have a function. It's supposed to give more backstory on these other characters in the Invincible universe. Because remember, Invincible has a world, so that's why they exist. But like with Guarding the Globe, Volume 1, it was bad. Volume 2 was good. Like it was pretty solid. And then
I'll say solid.
Yeah, and then this one is just like it doesn't know what it's trying to do. So yeah. That's what I really have to say on it. But like, I mean, I don't know. Will I read it I'll read the next issue because it's Le Bruiser, but I don't know about any other issue after that. Yeah.
Ooh, I don't think I'd read another issue, even with Le Bruiser, I won't lie.
Le Bruiser has no dialogue. I looked at it. It's just all images because he doesn't speak.
Then maybe. If I just have to flip through it with just him, I'm fine. I could do that.
Yeah, that's why I was making the comparison to the Pizza Dog, because it's a Hawkeye issue where it's all about Pizza Dog and he doesn't speak at all. It's just it's just pictures.
And that issue's amazing.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that one. But any other one other than that, I don't think I'm going to read, to be honest with you. Unless it has Best Tiger in it. But yeah, I mean, that's my thoughts on it. Anyone else have any thoughts on it? I mean, listen,
not enough dudes making out. Especially for Pride Month.
Because
not enough dudes making out.
Not enough dudes making out?
My only critique, besides all the other critiques that I have.
Because, I have a question. Since this is our last side thing, and then we're just doing story until we're done. But, like, if there were any, taking all these characters, right, that we've seen, like, with the Guardians and all that stuff, what would be a series that you'd prefer than the structure that they've had with side stuff?
I don't quite. Can you phrase that a little differently, please?
Would you take a different route with the side stuff that we've done, at least with the Guardians, at least? I don't know. Then what's been done?
I don't know because.
I don't know, man. I didn't read enough of the side stuff to have any.
I think the side stuff is good and interesting to have out there because it builds the world, but also I think there's a large variation in quality for the side stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if they would have got more on terms with the basics level of quality for the side stuff or a basic format for it, I think it would have been much better. But it wasn't organized, and some of the stories are borderline unreadable. So
I would have liked to have the issues with Invincible in the background, kind of like a Where's Waldo kind of thing, where like read the main thing and like we know he's in the specific location, but in the side stuff we see him in the background doing that thing that we read about earlier. That'd be cool.
That's cool
yeah,
idea.
that would be great. Like you see, like when exactly this backstory shit is happening in the Invincible timeline.
Yeah.
I'd just make it not be bad.
Yeah, it'd be nice if it wasn't bad.
I think you might have it there. I think that's the simplest one yet.
Yeah. So for me, I'd still say that Guardians Volume 2 is the best out of everything. Well,
yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, it's the best. I mean, listen, I would rather read this like Invincible Universe and read Adam Even Explode again because I can't read that. That book was really bad.
Yeah, it was.
So, but yeah, so that's done with side stuff. So now we're doing main story stuff from here on out until we finish. I think we have 7 episodes left, and we're done.
Wow,
so one more year of Invincible, you guys.
I don't know why you're trying to put us into overdrive, Chris.
You're right. I should give you guys some more wiggle room. Year and a half.
But, I mean, we can.
Thank you.
So the plan is here on out is that we have main stuff. Any other side thing that we decide to do, like a side story or whatever, it would be bonus episodes. So that's basically it. Because like I mean, we said this before, but there's like a Brit. Well, I don't know what Matt's gonna do, but there's a Brit thing, like a Brit mini series, not a one shot that he has that goes into like his origin and all that stuff. And I actually want to read that because I want to know all that stuff because we know nothing about Brit's backstory at all. But if we still gotta do Science Dog, so like that's gonna happen.
I will do Science Dog. I will not do Brit.
Yeah, no, but
I will do Brit. I will not do Science Dog.
Why? Because Science Dog is great.
I prefer Seance Dog.
Oh God, no.
He's the dog of the mystic arts.
Yeah, but yeah, so so any of those side stuff will be bonus episodes from here on out. So next episode, people, episode 26. Wow, we're already at 26. That's wild. Like I can't believe we've gotten that far already. But episode 26 will cover volume 19, which is titled "The War at Home," and that will encompass issues 103 to 108. I don't know that sitcom either. Like I still know I've never heard of that sitcom. But yeah, so we're almost at the end, people, which is gonna suck. But listen, I also got some bonus episodes, some fun discussions that we can have in between that. So we can stretch it out. But yeah, so that's basically it. Check out for that. Like, comment, subscribe, check out all our other videos on Invincible as well as all our other podcasts that we've done on Students of S.H.I.E.L.D. And Christian, want to do that second outro? Are you gonna do another question again? Or I actually like that.
Another question?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Because you asked, hey guys, like, what do you think of an Amber from a TV show?
Oh, okay. All right. So I got a question for you guys. Who did it better for genociding Guardians of the Globe? Your boy, Best Tiger? Or your man's Omni-Man?
Yeah, so
in the comments down below.
Put that in the comments. That's actually a good question.
Yeah, I was about to come up with something like, I'm reading a book and it's good, and I don't know, come up with that bullshit. Or make like a fake news report, probably about Sean Mulaney again. I think that's gonna be the thing. I think it's just gonna be a question that I'm gonna do from here on out.
Yeah, that's actually good. But yeah, obviously, people get home safe, be safe, get vaccinated, enjoy. Go to a Pride Parade at one point. That's fun. Look up for new content, and yeah, get home safe.